What's going on, people? It's Hypnofist here. Just checking in with you guys. Just wanted to post up a prediction video for the upcoming fight between Yuniel Dorticos and Mairis Briedis. Now this one is for the Ali Trophy or the World Boxing Super Series Season 2. One thing I've got to say is I've got to tip my hat to Cali Sauerland and the whole World Boxing Super Series is for what they've done. With terms of unifying the divisions, unifying whichever division it's been, super flyweight. The first season with us coming out as the undisputed champion at Cruiserweight. They've done an outstanding job. Like, I can't tip my hat off enough to the World Boxing Super Series and what it's done in terms of bringing like real competitive fights. You're seeing unifications and world-class guys, man. You're seeing the best of the best fighting each other. So I got to tip my hat off to the whole World Boxing Super Series. And I hope we can see it in every division, man. There's politics going on that's really messing up the sport for fans. To be honest, I feel the mantra in today's boxing is straight fuck the fans, man. That's how I feel. But that's a topic for another video. So yeah, this one is about the match, the final between Dorticos and Mairis Briedis. Two top level guys, good punchers. The cruiserweight as a division, it doesn't get enough props in my opinion, man. These are big guys, and you still see a good modicum of skill. You see excellent power, the thing is with heavyweights, I mean, it's all about power, and the skill levels in heavyweight drop off tremendously, man. To me it don't make no sense, but most of the heavyweights today, they're not. They come late into the sport, or they come from other sports, so they're not really developed. Apart from Tyson Fury, most of the heavyweights of today, they're coming from other sports. But cruiserweight, it's always been an underrated division in my opinion, and it's probably one of my favorite divisions to watch. You're always going to see a big punchers at cruiser. Anyone over the 200 pounds, around that limit, anything from 175 to 200, they're all big bangers, man. Big bangers. You're gonna get fireworks. Now this fight, Dorticos and Mairis Briedis, it's a very good matchup in terms of styles. You've got Dorticos, right? So Dorticos now, he's a Cuban, so he's got excellent fundamentals. He comes from the Cuban school. I'm not sure what his amateur record is, but his fundamentals are solid. In terms of style, I would break down Dorticos as a pressure fighter. I feel he's a pressure fighter first and foremost. He's a puncher. He's about equal parts pressure fighter, and I'd say he's a pressure fighter slightly more than he is a puncher. And he's also a boxer. Like I said, he comes from the Cuban school of boxing, so his fundamentals are going to be solid. And then you've got Mairis Briedis. Now Mairis Briedis, to me, he's the typical classical boxer / puncher that comes from sort of like the Eastern European bloc, former Soviet bloc countries and stuff like that. Briedis, to me, he's the classic boxer / puncher, but he's more of a boxer. He's not really a puncher, but I'm going to get into that in the video when I break down Briedis. But Dorticos, he's a pressure fighter. He's an excellent pressure fighter. He's a big puncher. And in terms of levels, I would say they're both around the same. I'd say they're both, title holder level opponents. They're pretty even in terms of where they are in their careers, and in terms of the skill sets and the total abilities they have as fighters. Now Dorticos, as I said, he's a pressure fighter. He's very aggressive on the front foot, and he throws, you know, big punches, man. Everything is thrown with mean intentions. He has a very good jab. It's almost like it's sort of like a stiff ramrod jab. It's very tidy. It comes really straight. So it's you know, he steps in nicely with it. It's very heavy. Yeah, so he's got a very disciplined jab, which he uses to set up shots very well. He likes to work mostly, you know, behind the jab, you know, to keep his distance and let that long right hand go as well. He is someone who has he one thing about Dorticos is he's someone who you know, his intentions in the ring is to take your head off. Absolutely. He shows you know, he's very committed to his shots. He doesn't really use defense as much. You know, his main sort of defense is he likes to lean back. Now lean back, when you use a lean back defense, you just lean your upper body back. But what that does is you don't move your feet out of position, but you sort of make your opponent miss just by inches. But what it does is it keeps you in position for punching. It keeps you in punching range, so it keeps you very close to the opponents. And it's, you know, you sort of move out, come back in with a hard shot. So, you know, that's all part of his game plan. And, you know, his arsenal as a fighter. Like I said, he's a pressure fighter and he's a puncher. So he's coming at you and he's going to try and break you down and get you out of there, you know. Now, Dorticos as a fighter, he uses a high guard. He's got very long arms as well. So when he covers up, he does cover up very well. But the problem with his guard is that because he covers up so well, you can actually catch him with shots, cuffing shots. You can catch him with shots coming round. You know, if you throw shots that are wide hooks, he's open to hooks. He's open to uppercuts through the guard. You know, if you change the angle on your punches slightly, you can sort of pierce and puncture his high guard. And he's not really a pure counter puncher. He's someone who likes to he sort of catches the shots and then he comes back. So he exchanges much more than he counter punches. He sort of catches and then he gets one back. And he is someone who sets his feet. So he's very easy to catch on the counter. He likes to really plant his feet to get the power in on his shots. And he plants his feet, but he leaves him open to being caught with the counters. And he doesn't really move his head too much. He doesn't come off the line when he's throwing his shots. Sometimes when he throws the right hand, he sort of dips to the left and he sort of comes off the line then. But generally, he doesn't move his head. He doesn't move his head when he's punching. Again, like I said, he commits. His focus is to land. He's not really to, you know, to make you miss and come back with something sharp. He sort of just wants to land on you and, you know, catch you. That's sort of his MO in the ring, you know. And he has a good work rate as well. He's got a better work rate than Briedis. Briedis doesn't really work that hard, you know. Briedis is he's a slow starter as well. But, you know, I'll talk about Briedis more. But Dorticos he's got very good pressure. He's got very high work rate for a cruiserweight. I wouldn't say it's really high, but it's very solid. Like, you know, if he's not pressuring you with his movement, he's pressuring you with his hands. So, you know, you've got something coming at you, whether it's his feet and his whole body behind it, or, you know, his hands coming at you, you know. But as I said, his work rate is good, but he does have some stamina issues. He sort of fades out slightly, very, very slightly towards the end of a fight. So usually from around round 8, he starts to fade. And what happens is he gets a little bit sloppy. So his punches start to lose, you know, their form. It starts to get a bit sloppy. Shots start winging. They become heavy laboured shots. But the good thing about that, one thing I've noticed when I was watching him, is that once he starts to get tired, he starts to throw even more, and he actually starts to engage like in with counter punches. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, really. I mean, he's he gets sloppy, but he gets more busy. So he's yeah. I mean, Dorticos is although he lost to Gassiev, Gassiev is a top tier guy as well. He's a top tier guy who also lost to Usyk in the end. But Usyk is elite. Gassiev is a world class fighter, and I think Dorticos is he's a title holder. He's an elite level title holder in terms of levels, in terms of styles, not levels. I've already done the video on levels in boxing. I may be doing a video on styles because styles is going to be something I'll touch on in most of my videos anyway, in terms of the usual styles that you'll see in boxing. Boxers, punchers, brawlers, sluggers, counter punchers, sharpshooters. I'm going to be making a video. I probably will be making a video quite in the quite near future about that. Dorticos, he's come back through the tournament. He's looked very good in the tournament. He had an excellent fight against Tabiti. He absolutely dominated him. He got a sensational knockout. He wiped him out clean. So he had an excellent showing against Tabiti. A good fight against Masterneck where he put on an absolute dominant display. It's been a good season too. So this is a great fight to end season 2 of the World Boxing Super Series. Now the opponent in the ring coming in is Mairis Briedis. Now Mairis Briedis, he's an excellent fighter. He's a very good boxer. He's a very classical boxer / puncher. So Briedis is someone who I'd also say he's a title level holder as well. He's a title holder level type fighter as well. He's a boxer primarily, but the good thing about his boxing ability, he can box on the move quite well when he wants to. He can box and he can punch on the move very well, which makes him a very tricky target to sort of pin down in the ring. He can move very well. So you got to keep on him, and it's very hard to sort of keep up with him if he wants to be tricky. I mean, in terms of movement and stuff, like he did with Usyk when he was in there with Usyk. He gave Usyk, even though I had Usyk winning quite clearly, I didn't think it was close to like compared to what the judges had it on the scorecards. Briedis showed some very good boxing skills, man. Very good boxing skills and very good movement. He was at times he was matching Usk's movement, and he was matching his punch output as well. So he's very good at moving and boxing on the go, and letting his hands go as well. But the only thing that the bad thing about that is he doesn't really set his feet when he throws these punches. So generally, I mean, Briedis is talked about as a big puncher, but most of the time he doesn't set his feet, so he doesn't really land with absolutely authoritative shots. He doesn't really land with authoritative shots. But the thing is, when he does set his feet, he's a big puncher, man. Like he's got solid power to him. He's got a good build. Like in terms of he's not overly bulky. He doesn't carry too much muscle mass. So he's very mobile with his body. He's got good head movement, but it's very predictable head movement. He comes off the line and comes back. So a good fighter with a good IQ and a good team and good cornermen that can spot these little habits. You could sort of jab and Briedis is gonna move and then come back. So you could time him. He's easy to be timed. He also uses a high guard as well, and he's also easy to be caught through the high guard. Same as Dorticos actually. His high guard can be punctured, like if you change the angle on your shots, if you go straight at him, and you can also catch him around the guard as well. And another thing is that Briedis is someone who likes to fight at range. He fights at long range. Now, usually, I mean, if you're faster than your opponent, that's all good. But the problem with fighting at long range is that it leaves you open to be caught with the long straight right hand. And Dorticos is a dangerous puncher, man. I mean, he's not the kind of guy you want to be taking lots of right hands from, because his shots are very concussive. Like I said, he's a very heavy puncher, and he's very concussive punches he's going to be landing on you. Briedis as well, he likes to back up in straight lines. So you got someone who likes to fight at range and back up in straight lines. It potentially causes a lot of problems with a guy with Dorticos style. Because if he's moving out in straight lines, he's lining himself up for the right hands, I believe. Another thing is that he's easy to counter. So he's easy to counter. Now he's easy to be caught on the counter because he pulls out. He likes to punch, move into range. He likes to punch at range, close in, and then he comes back out. He resets. So a good fighter can figure out his rhythm. He's very rhythmic in terms of the way he fights, and a good fighter can figure out his rhythm and start timing him when he starts backing up. Briedis is not the kind of guy who likes to fight inside. He doesn't really have an inside game as well. He's someone who ties up quite a lot on the inside. He done it against Gavor, and he also done it against who is the guy who was in it? It was mostly against Gavor when I saw him for Gavor, or Mikelian, as he's also known. And he, in my opinion, he lost that fight, man. He was getting sharpshooted by Gavor with the jab. Gavor was catching him on the counter. To me, Briedis should have won that, but the politics at play. The bigger fight for them is Briedis. Because Briedis is a big star in Latvia. So if I'm not sure where the location of this fight is. It may even be in Latvia. It does favour Briedis slightly. In terms of to me, it's not really that. This one is pretty easy to me. I mean, I think another thing about Briedis as well is because he comes out and he gets caught, he sort of gets buzzed slightly. He gets you get his attention when you land on him. He's someone who has to reset every time he gets caught with something. He has to reset. He can't just grit it out, stay right in there and take one to land two. He sort of comes out. He gets a bit frustrated, or I wouldn't say frustrated, but he gets he feels it. You can tell he gets buzzed when the shots land on him. So yeah, I mean, in terms of prediction, look, I'll be honest. I think Dorticos is going to win. I don't see, to me, Briedis doesn't have the kind of work rate to beat Dorticos. One. Secondly, Dorticos is a guy who, in order to have the upper hand on him, you need to throw with enough power to make him respect you. And I don't think Briedis has enough power, firstly. Secondly, he doesn't commit to his punches because he doesn't set his feet. And thirdly, he likes to fight at range. Like, it doesn't make sense for Briedis to be fighting at range against a guy who's 6'3". So him fighting at range, it plays into Dorticos' favour. With Briedis backing up and trying to box at range and I just don't see it, man. I think Briedis wins. Briedis loses, sorry. I think Dorticos is going to be in there. He's going to be dominant on the front foot. He's going to outwork the Briedis, and I don't think Briedis is going to be physically strong enough to manhandle or slow down Dorticos. Like, Gassiev had the advantage in pure punching power. Gassiev is a monster puncher anyway. He's a big banger, man. I've heard a story that he broke Chris Ariolo's rib in sparring. A full-fledged heavyweight getting his ribs broken by a cruiserweight. So Gassiev had the power to make Dorticos respect him. Once Dorticos started slowing down his himself on the front foot and sort of letting Gassiev catch him on the counter, and it was only a matter of time that he was going to get knocked out. And I think that, to me, Briedis doesn't have the kind of punching power that's gonna slow down a 6'3" guy with Dorticos' style. It's too much pressure and too much work rate. I think it goes to points. I don't think Dorticos is going to knock out Briedis. Briedis is someone who sparred with Vladimir Klitschko several times, so he's dealt with big punches, and I think I've never seen him hurt in a fight, and like his chin seems very solid. So I think that Dorticos wins. Dorticos wins on points. There may be some controversy in the judges' cards, maybe closer than what they should be, but I just think Dorticos is a bit too much for Briedis for this one. So I'm going with Dorticos points. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you think otherwise, drop a comment below. Share the video as well if you want. Just stay tuned to the channel. I've been a bit lazy these last couple of weeks. This one took me too long to do, but I'm going to sort of knuckle down and get on my predictions game more. I'm thinking of doing one for the Anthony Yarde and Lyndon Arthur fight. And I'm going to be doing one on the the Chisora and Usyk fight. So just stay tuned to the channel. Thanks for watching the video. If you like, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel as well, and just swing by the channel every so often, man. All right, peace.